In talking about self-care rituals and good habits, I have to mention exercise. Exercise is one of the best things you can do for yourself. According to the Mayo Clinic, exercise in almost any form acts as a stress reliever. So, whether you're doing cardio or just going for a walk or doing yoga or Pilates or I don't know, weightlifting, any of those things are really going to help counteract the stress. Exercise is literally one of the best things you can do for both your body and your mind. They are constantly coming out with new research about the benefits of exercise. They're even showing that people who exercise all the time seem to have lower rates of like Alzheimer's and dementia. There's just so many things that exercise is good for. And it's not only going to help you physically, which it's really going to help you physically. The physical benefits of exercise are amazing, but the mental and emotional benefits are huge as well. And it's one of the best stress relievers there are. So I'm going to tell you about two of my favorite for stress. One is just something you can do anytime, almost anywhere, and that's walking. Whether you're going for a walk around your neighborhood or a walk around the mall or a mountain hike, walking is so good for you. And one of the great things about walking, I think, is I feel like it's like exercise and meditation together. It's as is yoga, and I'm going to talk about yoga in a minute. But yeah, walking is just such a great way to clear your mind, such a great way to process emotions. It's so good for you, and it's a really simple exercise that's accessible to the majority of people. Even if you're not in great shape, even if your health isn't stellar, you can probably go for a walk, even if it's a short walk, and build up to longer walks, right? Walking is a really healthy thing that you can do for yourself. And because it's a weight bearing exercise, it also is going to help strengthen your bones, which is really good, especially as you age and especially for us women to consider. So, and of course, there's yoga. Yoga is, wow, that is definitely like exercise and meditation put together. So, the great thing about yoga is there's a lot of great things about yoga. One of the great things about yoga is that there's a lot of different kinds. So, whether you are into getting a really intense, challenging workout and working your heart rate up, that is absolutely possible with yoga. Or whether you're looking for something really slow and gentle and mindful, that's really possible with yoga too. It can be a very nurturing thing. There's a lot of different styles of yoga, way too many to even begin to get into here, but definitely do some research and find something that works for you. There's a lot of great yoga classes out there. I do find when I take a yoga class, I tend to push myself a little longer and maybe a little harder than I do when I do yoga in my living room. But I love doing yoga in my living room because it's so accessible. And if I'm having a day where my balance is off and so I'm not doing well with the balance postures, or where I'm just feeling tight or sloppy or whatever, I'm not worried about how I look in front of anybody else because I'm there by myself. So I really like doing yoga in my living room. There's a lot of great videos you can get, and there's a lot of free ones out there. There's a ton on YouTube. There's so many great teachers out there. I'll probably put a couple of my favorites in the show notes. One of my favorite yoga videos is less than 15 minutes. It's from Yoga with Adriene. I'll make note of that. And it's, like I say, it's less than 15 minutes. So even if you just have just a little bit of time, yoga is something great to squeeze into the beginning of the day, the end of the day, the middle of the day, wherever you can fit it in. See if you can add some yoga and some walking or any kind of exercise, but I really recommend those two. But exercise is huge, and it's going to help release a lot of stuff from your body and your mind.